Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have a self-winding watch box, which I've been looking to get. I have lots of watches, and they always end up getting unwound because they're like the self-winding ones. These are my Seikos. They're kind of like my favorite. So it's like the kinetic watches, but unless you wear them, you don't get a chance to wind them. So this is a great storage box to put your watches in. They keep them wound all the time. A lot of times I'm wearing like a digital watch. But you know, I like to switch back to my analog ones. You know, it all kind of depends on the situation I'm in, where I'm going, who I'm going to be with, you know, what I'm wearing. So anyhow, so this watch box, this is basically how it comes. And so it's going to have a set of instructions that come with it. So I'll put them off on the side. And it looks like this is going to be your power supply, so that's really cool. I'm actually really excited to get this because, like I said, I have at least half a dozen self-winding watches that just end up becoming unwound on my desk. So this is the box in here. So it's packed in some styrofoam. Let me get this box out of the way. And just get some of the styrofoam off of me. Just out of clean. Okay, so this already has an awesome looking shape to it. That is awesome. So, let me back out a little bit so you can get a better view of that. Let's take this plastic off that window. Let's open this up. There's a little airbag in there to help with everything. And then it has all these nice little, it even has a little cleaning cloth that comes with it. And I love that it has all these little leather sort of bands around the watches. And these are some of those silica gel packs, but let's put that in there. Alright, so that's that. And what we're really here for is to put watch on that, so you can tell it holds it nice. And then we'll pick this one over on this side. Got some tape stuck to me still. Okay, this is my other kinetic watch. And yes, they are the same watch. I have one that I use to work with, and I have another one that I wear out and about. And so I like how it comes with a nice little cleaning cloth there. We'll put that on that side. So then we'll close that down. So that is that, but opening it up, you can see it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 watch positions, as well as it has 1, 2, 3, 4 kinetic self-winding watch attachments. Let me just get this unwound a little bit here, and then we'll get this going. Okay, so this plugs in to the back right here, and then you plug it into an outlet. Okay, and then you have two switches. So one switch will control the one side. Without the glare, you can kind of see that going. And then the other one's going to control the other side. So you have both sides going. So really cool. And it is pretty silent. I mean, actually, it's really silent. So one little trick I have found with these. Let's turn the switches off. And I've had a couple of these. So one thing, make sure they sit in there pretty well. Make sure they're pushed down good. Because if you have a bunch of watches down here and you don't have these in place, sometimes they can kind of like roll forward into the other watches while it's rolling around. And I have noticed that sometimes on some kinetic watch types you need to raise this up a little bit. And I'm trying to look for something that I can put underneath there. And what I mean by that is sometimes you just have to raise it up just a little bit more so it gets a better winding process, and you'll understand what I mean. So that gives it more of a better movement to it, so it gets a little more movement of the automatic winding mechanisms in the back. But again, it's not just this box type, it ends up being like a watch type more than anything else. But again, if you notice that you're not getting a really good wind on your watch, you just raise this up probably about half an inch to an inch, and it'll get you a better angle on the pendulum in your watch. Just so you watch enthusiasts out there, sometimes I notice on some of my my higher end watches, they don't wind as well on these automatic watch boxes unless I raise them up probably about like, half an inch to an inch. But again, it all depends on the watch brand, how you're placing it in there, and then that will go from there. But what a handsome looking self-winding watch box, and these will help keep your kinetic type watches wound when you are out and about wearing a work watch or a regular watch that you're using. Like me, I'm working on cars, so I'm wearing more of a watch that I can bang up a little bit more, not any of my like higher end watches. And like digital watches, when I'm going for a walk or something, I tend to like to watch that so I can get my step count in or whatever. But my favorite analog watches that need a self-winding, I put them here. And what you can do is I cycle them, and what I mean by that is I will let them in here for a day, and then I will take out like my other watches that I have sitting here. So you can just like turn this off, and then you can pull this watch out, have that sit on display, and then for another 24-hour cycle you can put your other in this case our imaginary watch in there, and just let that cycle through for 24 hours and then wind. And then when you're done, you can take out your watch, and then take out your other watch out of this area, put it in our other imaginary watch there, and then we just start the motorcycle again on that set of watches. So it does take some maintenance of like switching watches around and stuff, but other than that, absolutely love these self-winding boxes. And like I said, my collection has grown that I had to get a second one, and this is it. But Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.